Hi guys, and welcome to our video for today, the 19th of August 2026. So we're going to be going over the stocks FEMY, MSS and RDAC here, and looking for some day trades on the 5-minute time frame, seeing what we need to hold these stocks overnight. On the 4-hour time frame, what resistance we need to break and what 4-hour green candle close price point we need to break for holding it overnight. And then we're going to look at the daily time frame as well to see if we can swing these trades for longer than just into tonight, into tomorrow morning, Thursday morning, and potentially maybe into Friday and into Monday, Tuesday next week. So let's get started on FEMY, FEMY. So I quite like this one on the 5-minute. I'm going to measure from the top here, guys. The up thrust 3.7, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it in a 5-minute falling wedge pattern like this. Turn my indicators on. And basically on this one, I'll be waiting for a 1-minute green candle close over 3.6 or a 2-3% push over 3.6 for a day trade. Then I'll be waiting for an 8% first target to hit on this one, and my stop loss will match. So it's that simple, just falling wedge breakout. It's 1-day resistance of 3.6. Significant volume. So we have access to the most traded channel in the Discord, which basically channel in the Discord which presents how many trades for the new stocks. Therefore, we see the real volume and real interest across all US equities. And then this one looks good. And again, above 3.6, maybe above all moving averages, including 80 EMA, Bollinger Band Center, 60 EMA, and then 200 EMA and 200 MA on the 1-minute and 5-minute time frame. And yeah, this one looks good. So again, 8% stop loss, 8% target once we get that 3.6 break. So this one looks good for a day trade, FEMY. Keep tuned on that one. And again, make sure, excuse me, following me on Twitter. Link in the video description on this one. Obviously, if you've seen it on Twitter, you already follow me, as I'll probably tweet out the chart later as well. So we're folding this overnight. Excuse me. We need a 4-hour green candle close over 3.6 in this one, and we should continue up towards 4.5 for a short-term swing trade on this, and it should, that's the price increase of around 20% from entry. So just sell 90% of that first target. So 4-hour green candle close over 3.6. We'll see us hit 4.5 on this one, just engulfing upon the 60 EMA death cross and building upon the Bollinger Bands. So the top of the Bollinger Band here, this navy line, and this navy line here at the bottom. 95% of the price action takes place in those navy lines. So if we get a close outside of the navy line, we should go parabolic and continue up towards 4.5, and this one it looks good. But for now, what I see right now is just indecision and indecisiveness in terms of which way it wants to go. It's basically a massive spinning top, large strong top wick, large bottom wick as well, with a small candle body. So indecision in terms of going up, indecision in terms of going down, and uncertainty in terms of what price I want to stay at because the candle body is so small. So just gotta wait. And as a confirmation trader, it's easy for me to trade. So again, a 4-hour green candle close over 3.6 would enable me to hold this overnight and into 4.5. I'm gonna go to the 5-minute time frame, as I forgot to mention that if we lose 2.35, this stock is done in my opinion. And I wouldn't look to hold it overnight and look for a day trade, swing trade, anything trade. If we lose 2.35, this stock is done. And yeah, the same on the 4-hour time frame as well, guys. If we lose 2.35, this stock is done. Let's go into the daily time frame. Do have this annoying cough, permanent cough. I don't know why I have it. But going to the daily time frame, a daily green candle close over 4.5 would be really good, as we're basically eradicating the death cross retest and building upon the 60 exponential moving average, which acts as strong resistance, as well as the 4.5 horizontal resistance as well. So we'll build upon that, and then the next resistance would be around 5.35, which again I don't think would be a major issue. So if we get daily green candle close over 4.5, this one could do pretty well, guys. This one could be like another WETO or something similar. I think this one can come to 7. Daily green candle close over 4.5 on this should see us hit 7. I know it's a bold statement, but I like it a lot. I mean, a daily green candle close over 4.5, you're above the 60 EMA. This resistance is basically nothing, so more volume will kick in, more traders will see it, more entries will kick in as a result, and the price of stock should drive up towards 7 on this. I quite like it. So this one looks good. A daily green candle close over 4.5. See an entry and a first target of around 50% on this one. So again, make sure stop loss doesn't outweigh 50% for your first target. Again, if you entered over 5.1, sorry, if you entered over 4.5, sorry, my stop loss would be beneath 3. So I'd have like 40% stop loss, 50% first target, something like that. If you get daily green candle close over 4.5, look to swing it in towards 7. And then if we lose 3 on this, I'll just cut it, to be honest, as a loss. So that's how I trade FEMY, day trade, holding overnight, swing trade, etc. So let's go to MSS. So RDAC is shooting up as well. We'll look at that one last. So the 5-minute time frame on this one, so 2.5, not properly acting as a resistance. I mean, it is a little bit, but we've broken through it once, we've broken through it twice, we've broken through it 3 times, and if we're waiting for it to break, breaking through it again 4 times. And the more holes in the wall, the weaker it becomes. So the more times you break through resistance, the weaker it becomes. So I'd focus mainly on this 3.2 break, not the 2.5 break on this one. So I'm going to put all the price in the falling wedge like this, yeah, and then basically wait for 3.2 to break. So not only is it the resistance, horizontal 1-day resistance, it's also the top of the wedge as well, and also the up thrust, which is basically a fancy word for saying the high of day, which is 3.12. It's basically 3.1 to 3.2 is the confluence of resistance by 3 things: the high of day, the 1-day resistance horizontal level, and the top of the wedge. So it therefore is tripled its strength of resistance, that 3.2 area. And with a 1-minute candle close over 3.2, or a 2-3% push over 3.2, it will confirm the break of resistance and flip it to support, and therefore be a super strong break because it's a super strong resistance, and we should ride it up towards $4. But for a day trade, I'd have an 8% first target and 8% stop loss to match, as sometimes you can get caught down on big drawbacks, especially if it's a big resistance breaking and obvious resistance breaking, as there's going to be lots of volatility in there, and there's going to be bigger candles, bigger wicks, etc. for stop loss rates, as we know from our wick off seminar. Check it out, link in the video description. And yeah, basically I'd be waiting for a 3.2 break on this, as explained, for a day trade. And if you lose 1.85, I wouldn't want to be in this at all. It'd be just off the watch list, as it's a loss of the horizontal support and also a loss of the Bollinger Band center. And this orange line, when we're beneath it, we're 65% more likely to win beneath it. When we're above it, we're 65% more likely to win above it. And if we lose it, basically lost the line in the sand of the chart, guys, we're 65% more likely to win beneath this orange line, and also our key resistance of key support of 1.85. So yeah, beneath 1.85, don't like this one. Above 3.2, I do. So let's go to the 4-hour time frame, see what we can have to hold it overnight. So this one, a 4-hour green candle close over 3.2. Should see us hit $4. However, I think this one has room to 5 as well. So similar to our previous videos. So if we get a 4-hour green candle close over 3.2, I'd hold it, and I'd actually have a short-term swing trade in this. I'd just wholesale it around 4. So that's around a 15-20% move from entry. It's okay. I just make sure my stop loss doesn't outweigh it. And yeah, 4-hour green candle close over 3.2. But end of today or end of tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern time is what we need for the 4-hour green candle close over the resistances. And if we get one over 3.2, we should gap up towards 4. And again, just make sure your stop loss doesn't outweigh your first target. And yeah, I wouldn't hold this overnight until we get a 4-hour green candle close over 3.2 on this one. Let's go into daily time frame on this one. A daily green candle close over 3.2, and we'll see us hit 5. So I quite like this, to be honest. So I'd focus more on the daily than the 4-hour, to be honest. But daily green candle close over 3.2 would see us hit 5, because we're not only breaking this 3.2 horizontal resistance, also breaking the 60 EMA, which is a super strong resistance, guys. And once we break above 3.2, we should gap up to this 5 resistance, which is more of a psychological number, more of a price target, and more of a selling area, to be honest. And yeah, this is only a small resistance 4. So forget if we're trading off the daily time frame, which is super strong in terms of, in contrast to the 4-hour, 30-minute, 5-minute, etc. Daily is typically the strongest one. Forget daily close over 3.2, we should gap up towards 5. I mean, look how big this daily candle is, guys. It's around 50% in size. So if we measure from the 3.2 breaks 50% in size, comes towards 5, doesn't it? So the volume in this should carry through, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And we've not used, and we are used to having big candles here. I mean, how big is this one? 130% in size, this one, on the this is 29th of July, so it's used to making big moves, this one, and I'd swing this over 3.2. This is the best swing trade, guys, so I basically ignored the 4-hour, just basically off the daily green candle close over 3.2 and eradicating the 60 EMA. We see us carry forwards to $5 in this. It looks good. So I think MSS is the best swing trade. FEMY, best day trade. However, RDAC, I'm not had to look at that one yet. So not fully respecting that 20 level, so that goes in a faint yellow. Okay, so this one, for a day trade, I'd watch this over 24. I'd be careful on this because it's been halted, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, when it gets halted, obviously there's more manipulation. So, and you want the candles to be free in spirit and produce price and move freely to work hard to hit your first target and enable that entry. And if it's halted, it can't really do that, and it's kind of restricted in what it can and can't do. So we might not feel as comfortable to enable our criteria for entry and enable our first target to be hit also. So again, a 1 minute green candle close or 2-3% push over 24 on this one would be an entry on this for a day trade. And again, I look for an 8% target, 8% stop loss on that one at least, and we should gradually continue up towards 30. To be honest, I'd be surprised if we break over 24 and don't hit 30. However, on this one, if you're in the higher band, so if you're in from 16.5 or above, I wouldn't want to be in this beneath 13, as it would be a failed double bottom here. And then if you lose 13, you'd be coming towards the next support of 10. So if you're in from 16.5 and above, if you lose 13, I'd look to cut it. For holding it overnight, day trade, swing trade, everything, just wouldn't want to be in it. And then look for a re-entry if we break that 24 area. And again, we've got MSS and FEMY to look at as well. So, you know, it's not just look at one stock and that's it. We keep our options open. So, and then looking at this, again, if we lose 10, ultimately, if you're in at a lower band, if you're in at a lower price point, if you lose 10, you're losing the Bollinger Band Center, as explained how important that one is prior to in the previous stock that we explained about. You know, this orange line, it's the line that's under the chart, isn't it? So if you lose $10, you're losing this orange line, and then probably coming down even further towards 7.5 to 8 for further golden cross retest of the 200 EMA and 200 MA, these two thick white lines here. So if you lose 10, no good on this one. If you lose 13, if you're in at a higher point, no good on this one. So yeah, I wouldn't enter this one at all for a day trade until we break 24. So for a swing trade, holding it overnight. A 4-hour green candle close over 16.5, but ended today, ended tomorrow 4 p.m. Eastern time. We'll see us at 24 once again, which is around a plus 40% move, 30 to 40% move from entry. So again, I just sell 90% of that to take profit. So recently I've noticed this week it's not been a case of selling 50% at the first target and 40% at the second target. It's just been a case of letting these stocks ride, as we've had runners like PFSA and WETO, which we alerted on Monday and Tuesday. So this stock, again, it's a runner as well. So once it has a 4-hour green candle close over 16.5, this resistance is currently struggling with. We should continue and gap up towards 24 on this around a 30 to 40% move from entry. And again, for these swing trades, just make sure your stop loss doesn't outweigh your first target, you know. And it's just technical, it's just easy analysis, really. It's just literally, yeah, we're getting rejected from here. So what do we need? A 4-hour green candle close above it. To confirm it to confirm the flip of resistance to support, you know, and then we should rise up towards the next major resistance, which is 24. So let's go to the daily time frame. Again, it just, I guess, emphasizes it. I'd go on the 4-hour in this. I wouldn't really look at the daily, because in the daily we've got a resistance here of 24, which just adds more confusion. So I'd focus only on the 4-hour in this, to be honest. So I'd only just wait for the 4-hour candle close, green candle close over 16.5, then sell it in towards 24. If you're looking for a larger swing trade in this, you know, it could be like WETO or PFSA. You never know. But if this does happen and it starts to run, a daily green candle close over 24 would see us hit 30 and then probably 40. So just going in psychological numbers. Probably not going to happen, guys. But if it does, and you're watching this video later, a daily green candle close over 24. Again, one step at a time. Day trade is completely different. 5-minute time frame, that's it. 8% target, 10% target. Stop loss never outweighs it. 4-hour and daily sometimes can go hand in hand, but if you want to treat them as two separate trades, then I would recommend to do that on this stock, RDAC. So you enter with a 4-hour green candle close over 16.5 and select 24, as explained. Then a daily time frame, if you go up and up and up and up, we can then enter re-enter again with a daily green candle close over 30, same what I would do, and then sell 50% of my, I would re-enter this stock with a daily green candle close over 24, as it's the resistance here from this previous high, and it's a horizontal resistance as well. We've always struggled against this 24 area. So if you get a daily green candle close over 24, what I would do then is enter, and then I'd sell 50% at around plus 20, 15, 20%, respecting this 30 resistance. And then I'll sell 40% of my position at the next resistance around 40 for around a plus 50 to 60% move from entry. And yeah, that's how I trade that one. And I don't think it would happen, to be honest. I think the 4-hour candle close over 16.5 is really likely by 4 p.m. Eastern time, end of today, end of tomorrow. But again, this stock, you never know what can happen, especially with PFSA yesterday and WETO on Monday. These stocks are starting to run a little bit this week as we go in towards September now. So yeah, that's how I trade it. And my stop loss would not outweigh my first target. So I've entered on the 24 break. my stop loss, I'd be beneath 16.5, probably like 15.7 or something for 35% stop loss. And then my first target, to be fair, let's have a look. Depends how I'm managing the trade. So daily green candle close over 24. First target 20%. So yeah, my first target, my stop loss would be around 19.6, based on this 20 level, this flat horizontal 20 level. So again, just please write down, stop loss shouldn't outweigh first target. I give you the first target, so just use common sense and apply the support and resistances, and to identify, if you lose the resistance, we're going to come down even further. If you lose the moving average, you're going to come down even further. So which is the one that makes the most sense, gives me the most room in the stock for it to give the most amount of time for it to move without having to get stopped out, and then go off that one based off the moving averages and resistances, then apply stop loss. So if you need my help, give me a comment, tweet me, or check us out, link in the video description and on Twitter bio. So again, trade carefully in these stocks. They all look quite good, to be honest. MSS looks good for a swing trade. RDAC looks good for a day trade, as well as FEMY as well. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens, guys. Thanks, and catch you all later.